Good. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So yeah, so that was kind of, so my father gave me this plant. So this again, ADHD. I don't have anything to talk about. You know what? I don't have anything to talk about tonight, so you're gonna hear a lot of complex conversation, a lot of different topic. We're gonna go A, B, C, and D, and if you can follow, that's not my problem. Follow the group, guys. Follow the group. Get lost in the jungle. My father gave me this plant, right? He gave me this plant before. I completely forgot about it. That was like 10 years ago. I was a gamer, bro. What can I do? I forgot it for like 10 plus days. It died, of course. So then he's like, okay, well, you can take care of a plant. Father's super into plants, so that was a personal affront. That was a personal confrontation. He was pissed off. He said, okay, no more plants for you. Then he gave my cousin some plants. I'm like, hey, what about your son? He was like, I guess, don't take care of it. And now we're getting my first, tomatoes. Because he was talking about how my spot for the balcony isn't great for the sun. So we basically get sun from 5, I want to say 6 o'clock maybe, because the sun is behind the building, so it doesn't help the plant. We're getting sun from 6 to, I want to say 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock, right? So we're still getting 6 hours of sun per day, compared to some people with 12, 14, 16. No, not 16, but still. So we were afraid that we were not gonna have a good enough like sun, but it's going pretty well. It's going absolutely phenomenal. I'm sure my boy in the back has. What are we watching? I'm recording. I'm sure my boy has some tomatoes in the background. I'm sure he does. So yeah. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. So Canada is gonna be fantastic. There's not gonna be a lot because it's supposed to be raining. And you know what's insane? I was like, why the fuck is there no show at night? Well, tomorrow's night there's snow. There's snow. Why there's no show tomorrow night? Well, tomorrow night there's rain. And the rain is it's not good for the show. For the equipment. So yes, so like I said, I wanted to stream more tonight. Because lately we've been streaming less, which is not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I'm not gonna die, right? However, it's important. Because we've been streaming less, what I've noticed is that I got all of these urges to play games, to play video games, and like gaming. When I realized, what I noticed is that the reason for that is because you're not finishing games quickly enough. So, for example, we started a playthrough of the 99 Wonderland. It was last week. Now we just streamed once, but some people would have finished the game in like a week. So and then I want to play some Final Fantasy, but no, you have to finish Final Fantasy 12. You have to finish Final Fantasy 12. You have to finish Devil May Cry, right? So yeah, so all of this, my apologies, is in there also. So something to think about, something to point out, and yeah. But all in all, the rest is great. Like as long as we were playing, as long as we're gaming, as long as right now we're gaming. So it's kind of crazy because yes, we're gaming, but it's very idle. And because it's very idle, you don't really get the game. You don't get the gaming itch. It's not like, okay, well, I'm gonna call it adrenaline junkie. Adrenaline junkie. So you get guys, people that are going like bungee jumping, I believe it's called, skydiving. They're gonna go all to get like on rides and shit like that, right? Just to feel something, right? And the problem with that is there's gonna be a point where if you don't do that, you're bored, right? So gaming is a bit that, right? The more you game, the more addicted you become. The more addicted you become, the more you are looking for. The more you're looking for, the harder it has to be. And then you get your fix, and then you get a burnout of gaming, and then like, okay, well, I can just chill. But the itch come back. When the itch come back, all you have to do is scratch it. That's it. Simple as that. J'ai mauvais caractère. Am I excited tomorrow? There's no event. Yes and no. I really enjoyed So it's kind of, I really enjoyed last week, right? For the party and everything. But with us, it's kind of poorly made. With us, it's really poorly made because with us there's like 2 days. There's two party in like the same week. So for example, day one of the week is Saint Jean, which is the French Canadian holiday, and then the day 7th is Canada Day. So it's a lot of party at the same time. Like for example, my birthday is in January, and people were used to tell me like, "Oh, you're lucky. Your birthday is close to Christmas. We get a lot of gifts." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, for like a month." Then after that, there's not jack shit because that's not true. But there's a lot less, you know. So yeah, it's just a lot at the same time, because it's a lot at the same time you cannot enjoy everything. Sorry. It's like I was talking with my mom yesterday about traveling, right? And she said, "Well, I want to go to Greece," and I'm like, "Okay, well, how much time?" She's like, "Well, I was planning for a week." And I'm like, "You're not gonna be able to see everything." And then she's like, everything needs to be seen." And I'm like, "You're right, but at the same time, like, you're gonna regret not staying for longer, right?" One of the best things that I've ever heard is a open ticket. So basically, go to a country and you come back when you want. So if it's a week, it's a week. If it's 2 weeks, it's 2 weeks. You know. If it's never, it's never. But you can't because there's a visa, there's everything. There's a green card. I wonder if other country calls it the green card. I wonder if like different countries that are less, not necessarily likable, but less high on the list of dream place to live. I wonder if there's leaner law of immigration. You know? I wonder. I wonder. And then, for example, us, we have this, in Canada, we have this problem where farmers are really looking for people to help, and there's nobody to help. So you got a lot of immigrants that want to help, right? So it would be cool that you can get like a permit you can get a permit for the, whatchamacallit, for the harvest season or the season, right? And what you do after is you do something magical after. After you do like 2-3 years there, then you get a green card. Simple as that. Now, of course, there's a background check because you don't want murderer, rapist, or, you know, them people, right? Apart from that, most people that are willing to go to another country to work, partly motivated. Like, to go to another country to work, there's a specific reason. Get a motivation, right? Like, for example, right now I'm filming videos. The greatest thing about filming videos, I could do it in my apartment. I could do it in another country. It would be the same thing, right? So it's tougher. It's tougher to change country, of course. So yeah, so that's it. I'm just excited to talk about the end of the day because there's a lot involved, which is kind of cool. There's a lot involved, and I could do it tomorrow. So here's the thing, right? I don't want to do too much tonight because I also want to do some tomorrow, and I don't want to do too much tomorrow because there's also some tonight. Did that make sense? No? Okay, cool. Anyway, so this is gonna be it for the intro. I'm gonna do a movie review, right? And then what we'll do is we'll do the Canada Day mukbang, and that's it. So let's freaking go. Thank you again for watching. Sorry if today is a bit. This is what happened. For example, today I spent the whole day. We woke up at 2 o'clock, which is 2:40, something like that, right? And the whole day I was just uploading. But it was good though. It felt good. It felt good to work. The plan for today, that's a good thing to add to my arsenal of intro, incomplete or small intro, which is still 43 minutes, by the way. So how small is it, my bro? Look at here, bro. Look at here. Oh fuck! I can't. This is insane. I told you guys this story before, right? But I got a copyright claim, like legit something that could put my channel at risk, from a dude for watching a short of Fortnite. Like, wow, you good, bro? I don't judge. I do judge. Piece of shit. Day 270. Shield finale. Shield finale. You know what's insane with putting finale? I don't see if it's part 1, part 2. You know, the last one I just have to put finale, and there you go. Lazy man workout. And you're not uploading for some reason. Which means we just spent the last 40 minutes not uploading. Is it a big deal? No. It's not a big deal.
UFC staff are the polar opposite of
UFC staff are the polar opposite. J'ai mauvais caractère. What I love, one of them is telling me 9 minutes, one of them is telling me an hour. Everywhere I go, people think they know me. They never know to say, all part of the game. The game, the game, the game. I'm standing on my toes. This is why, dude. I'm still worried about the steak. They say you're gonna be highly sick, but no, we'll cook it. We'll cook it good this time. When I say cook it good, we'll still cook it a little bit under. We're gonna go for medium rare, medium. Medium rare, medium. I had a really good day today, and even then, I was talking about how yesterday with my mom it wasn't super easy, but at the end of the day, it was still a nice day. There's a couple of things that I would have preferred and didn't happen, but if it made her happy and if it made, that's what matters. If it made her happy and if it made her have a good time, that matters. It doesn't matter how I feel, which is not true. How I feel matters, but if how you feel is dependent on a person's misery, then how you feel doesn't matter. If a person is happy and something, it's like this girlfriend of yours, right? You say, hey, we should go shopping, right? We should go shopping. Like, ugh. Okay. Then she asks you, do I look fine in those pants? I'm gonna give you guys an advice, okay? Not the best dater in the world, but got a couple of tricks. If a girl asks you, do I look fucking in those pants? You tell her, depends on what lingerie you wear, which gives her the idea to shop for lingerie. You know? I don't know, shopping for lingerie, what is my past experience? I never had that. We just saw a show called Rock of Love where they did that, so I'm like, I know what I'm talking about, bro. No, you don't. You don't. You don't, you don't, you don't, you don't. Yeah. There you go. C'est enough. Really nice. And not as noisy as I thought. So that's good. Should call my dad also. I'm gonna call my dad and then I'm gonna text my mom. Ça passe bien?
Oui, toi?
Oui, qu'est-ce que c'est de bon?
Bon,
Fait que je vous dérange pas trop longtemps. Qu'est-ce qui passe de bon?
Ben là, ça commence l'ouvrage demain.
OK. De quoi demain?
Okay. Oui, parce que cette là avait été déplaçable.
OK, mais t'as vu demain? Parce que demain, il n'y a pas grand-chose qui va se passer, hein?
Comment?
Demain, il n'y a pas grand-chose qui va se passer, hein?
Oh non, mais... Qui se passe quelque chose ou pas, il faut quand même travailler.
Je sais. Hey, tantôt, tu vas checker ça. Je sais pas si j'envoie, si je peux pas... Il faut que je me rappelle, là, parce que j'ai pas encore mangé, là. Je mange tard. Faut que tu me rappelles. J'ai envoyé une surprise pour ce soir.
Il y a une surprise pour ce soir?
Non, je vais t'envoyer une surprise.
Ah, ok.
Ça se peut que je t'ai battu.
Ça se peut que tu m'as battu?
Ouais, j'en dis pas plus.
Bon.
T'as une petite idée de quoi je parle?
Non, c'est ça bon.
C'est quelque chose que tu m'as donné.
Oui.
Tu m'as donné quelque chose dernièrement. T'en as toi aussi beaucoup. Ça va sur le balcon.
Ça va sur le balcon. Ah, le déplacement?
Hein?
Oui.
Je l'avais déjà.
Ah ouais, mais qu'est-ce qu'il a?
Mais ils sont vertes.
Il était déjà en salle.
Ah, ok, mais j'en ai. Là, j'en ai 4.
Bon.
J'en ai 4, puis j'ai 7 fleurs.
Bon.
C'est même pas pire, hein?
Il faut juste pour que tu le noyau, par exemple.
Ben, qu'est-ce qui est bon, c'est que j'en ai trop mis il y a 2 jours. Qu'est-ce qui est arrivé? L'eau est sortie par en dessous.
Pour ça, il n'est pas fait plus de trous.
C'est bon, ça, c'est une bonne idée, ça.
Ça fait plus de trous. J'ai mis d'avance dans le fond, j'ai mis une toile.
Parfait.
Pour que la mélange à la roche. Puis, là, j'ai mis de la pêche. Vraiment à cause de ça.
Bon, mais c'est une bonne idée parce que c'est facile de savoir quand la plante a besoin d'eau parce que c'est sec, mais savoir qu'elle a trop d'eau, c'est plus difficile, ça. Tu sais?
Et puis, tu rentres ton doigt s'exprimer parce que tu n'as pas besoin d'eau.
Ben oui. Mais en tout cas,
N'importe ce que tu peux faire, c'est que
papa, tu coupes un peu. Je l'avais à comprendre.
j'ai dit, t'as quand même pas mal de terre, fait qu'il n'y a pas de problème pour ça.
Oui, mais c'est ça, je pensais aussi. Mais en même temps, tu sais, le plan de match, ça serait de le faire peut-être cette année, peut-être l'année prochaine, mais qu'est-ce que c'est vraiment le fun, c'est de passer une plante à 0, là.
OK.
Ça serait peut-être ça aussi le but, parce que là, c'est le fun à avoir, mais parce qu'elle a vraiment eu un bon début, tu comprends? Fait que j'ai un peu moins de mérite. Est-ce que j'ai besoin d'avoir du mérite? Non, mais ça serait le fun que j'aille pouvoir dire, hey, j'ai fait pousser une plante.
Mais là,
Pas j'ai une plante qui était déjà poussée. Puis le pire, tu sais quoi? Mon voisin en face, il les a plantés avant nous autres, il n'y a rien.
ah, OK.
Mais je me demandais c'est quoi la marque.
La variété.
Ouais. Il m'a dit, c'est pas il dit que ça vient du Brésil.
Les tomates, ils viennent du Brésil.
Ben le plan en fait.
Non, c'est des semences.
Les semences, ouais, ça que je veux dire. Ouais. Fait que je sais pas c'est quoi en particulier, puis je sais pas pourquoi le Brésil en particulier, mais bon.
Ça n'a pas passé au douane.
Pardon?
Ça n'aurait pas passé au douane.
Ben peut-être pas la pomme, mais les semences.
Bon, les semences, tu peux toujours t'arranger pour en passer, là, mais...
Hey, mes mains, ça sent le plan.
T'as pas le droit.
Mes mains, ça sent le plan, mes mains.
Mais par contre, les graines, c'est petit, là, je veux dire... ça peut se poser.
Ben oui. Mais au moins, tu sais, j'ai les tomates, au moins, ça veut dire qu'elle n'est pas morte.
Oui, c'est bon.
C'est ça l'important.
Oui.
C'est ça l'important. Sinon, vous avez fait aujourd'hui?
On a pas dormi, ben, j'ai dormi la pelouse.
Oh, à part. Oui.
Oui.
J'ai dit, je m'excuse pour hier, pour le texte. C'est juste que. Je suis en train de pogner avec moi, là.
OK.
Parce qu'elle me disait, premièrement, elle dit, parce que la première fois que je la voyais, elle me disait, hey, je suis pas fait que tu fais sur le BS. Puis elle dit, comment tu fais ton compte? La seule personne que je connais qui s'est fait mettre dehors du BS.
Ah, c'est vrai que c'est assez rare.
Mais je sais, mais les personnes sur le BS qui font du bénévolat, il y en a pas beaucoup, là.
C'est vrai qu'il faut le faire.
Je sais, mais écoute, je pensais que j'ai fait pas exprès. Je pensais que j'ai fait. Mais non, mais elle comprend pas ça.
Bon.
Fait que t'as tondu la pelouse aujourd'hui, ok, après ça.
Après ça, ben, on n'a pas fait grand-chose. J'ai travaillé dehors un peu. Puis...
Mais c'est bien ça.
J'ai pas la chez Midas.
Ok.
On va l'avoir vendredi.
Ok, bonne chance.
J'avais un gros problème de code. Il se passait quelque chose avec la transmission. Avant que ça prise au loin, il fallait le faire checker.
Mais au moins c'est safe. Au moins t'es safe et au moins vaut mieux prévenir que guérir.
Ouais.
En passant, je me suis rappelé de Patricia. Elle avait un frère, hein?
Oui.
C'est la fille de Marie-André et José.
Non, leur père, c'est André puis Chantal.
Oh shit! Oups! Ouais. Moi, je me rappelle, ouais, je me rappelle. Quand il était venu au party de Noël, il y avait une scratch de Guy.
Ah, ben, lui, c'est son frère.
Ouais.
Guy, il a fait des graphiques d'en face.
Ah oui, puis il était enfant, puis il dit non, c'est pas la faute au chien, c'est pas la faute au chien. Je me rappelle de ça. Au début, je me demandais c'est qui. Là, je commençais à la regarder comme faux, puis je dis, ah, ça me dit quelque chose un petit peu. Mais écoute, parce que tu me parles de ça, ça fait des 10 ans, ça fait des 15 ans, là.
Oui.
Tu sais, c'est pas être méchant que je me rappelle pas, là. Effectivement, il faut juste prendre une bonne nouvelle. En passant, la lasagne à Nat qui m'a donné en doggy bag. Je sais pas pourquoi, là, mais la lasagne, le spaghetti, là, quand ça va au frigo, puis quand tu le fais réchauffer au micro-ondes après, là, c'est toujours meilleur.
C'est bon.
C'est bon?
Oui.
Fait que, on s'en parle demain, puis tu checkeras ça pour demain, parce qu'il n'y a pas grand-chose, il n'y a même pas de spectacle le soir. Mais tu regarderas, tu sais qu'est-ce qui est arrivé? Je regardais hier, il annonçait super beau. Je regardais aujourd'hui, qu'est-ce qu'il annonce demain? Il annonce tonnerre. Fait que peut-être qu'il savait qu'il y a du tonnerre.
Ouais, c'est souvent des fois des choses encore. Ça veut dire, des fois, il attend à la dernière minute pour savoir si c'est debout ou pas.
Ouais, mais l'année passée, ils ont eu un problème par rapport à ça. L'année passée, il y avait eu un spectacle, right? Puis c'est du vraiment niaisage, pourquoi? Parce qu'ils ont passé la majorité du spectacle à savoir, bon, est-ce qu'il va pleuvoir, est-ce qu'il pleut pas? Puis ils ont passé le spectacle, on va dire que ça durait genre, je sais pas moi, on va dire que ça durait 1 heure, on va dire, ok? Mais ils ont passé 45 minutes à re-rentrer leur affaire, à ressortir leur affaire, tu sais. Puis à un moment donné, c'est pas bon, là. Fait qu'on fait ça dessus, passez une belle soirée, puis on s'en reparle bientôt.
Ok, on s'en parle.
Yes, pas de problème. Mais demain, ça se peut que je suis occupé avec la fête du Canada, là.
En tout cas, on fait ça pareil.
C'est bon. Bye, Pap.
Bye bye.
10%, no storage. Text my mom, by the way. I'm standing on my toes. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Don't worry about it. Now, what I'm gonna do also is something special. I think I have one more file that has no volume. But I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know if I have the storage to do so, and I don't really know. I believe you're done. I believe you're done. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good, bro. What's going on? I made Oh, thank you for the file. Thank you so much. Look at this. What is this and what is this? This is double. What is this and what is this? This is double. Because I'm kind of not necessarily nervous, but I'm kind of not super pro deleting those files. Why? Let's just say that cannot get them anymore. Okay. How much storage do you have, my friend? You made some good storage here. You made about puta madre. So you don't have anything to listen to. Good. I'm telling you, doing what I did was the absolute worst thing you could have done. I think it was the worst thing I could have done. What did I do? I recorded the audio of lives, which, don't get me wrong, I want to listen to the live, but after that, I don't know. I did a full video. So this is Speedster. So Speedster, you get to do like times 2 the speed. You get to do the videos and then you just leave. That's it. Well, we did that, but then I didn't think about the fact that I wouldn't stream for a while. After tomorrow, I might start a new playthrough of the tower. That's gonna be another week and I'll stream. Fuck me, dude. Anyway, let's go do the steak. And there you go with part 2. Oops. And there you go with part 2. There you go with part 2. And there you go with part 2. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do a mukbang. Now we saw that we had the first part and 2. I'm gonna just again delete the 2 videos and I'm gonna do the 1 part. I'm gonna make some storage and that's gonna be pretty good. Should be able to upload it also. So for supper today, we have some steaks. And that's not the best. Where's the best? My mom gave me a whole jar. A whole jar of freaking Montreal steak spice. One handful, no problem. Now for the steak, I got them on bottom steak the whole day, so I have to cook them a little more, but don't put that on. Not do it at home. A lot of oil because I wanted to cook throughout. Got my spices, Montreal steak spice left over. Oh yeah, that smells good. You can throw it away. I'll throw it away. This, I'm going to clean it before I take it away. I'm also going to charge my external batteries because that could be useful. This is going to be scrumptious. Okay, this is where we tested years of not cleaning the dishes, not cleaning our pan. Good. Always time for a little tower. Years of not being a clean dude, either for purpose or no purpose. I'll survive. See that shit won't survive? Go for it. Yeah, please, guys. tell you that we left it on the balcony. And you'd be like, hey, thanks, however, I'm not a smart guy. You ever wonder why you can find things when you don't clean the apartment versus when you clean the apartment? The difference is you didn't do anything. This could be good. A nice steaks. Some nice steaks, Manon. I love me a steak. The only thing is, I'm gonna have to eat it like not super quick, but I'm gonna have to eat it like today, tomorrow. Today we got a mukbang today. We got a special mukbang. It's gonna be part of the mukbang, of course. It's until we sit down to do it. Why? And they're going to be hard to burn because they're kind of meaty, kind of juicy. I'm going to have I don't have a good nose, so my only, like, sign is that I'm busy. You can kind of see here, there's an atomization, right? Which is coming from the sugar of the meat. The sugar is indicated that it's cooking. It just smell pretty good too. It's starting to smell really freaking good. Really freaking good. Like unbelievably good. Ooh. Pimento. A minor burn for a minor turn. Could have been worse. Could have been the worst. Now try to rhyme with the word. It's such a curse. How could this thing be hurt? I intertwine with a bottle of wine, and I jerk off all day on the month of May. Oh June, mental health. Oh June, mental health. And pay attention to your fellow fellers. Pay attention to your fellow fellers. For their mental health, for their well-being. It's important for their well-being. There you go. J-A-M. Elle s'appelait J-A-M. Voici mon ami. Elle s'appelait Jim. It would be very hard to cook this. Very hard to burn this. Very hard to burn this. Il a dit mon ami, il a dit mon ami. Ça s'appelait Jim. $20, $19, $18, $17, $16, $15, $14, $13, $12, $11, $10, $9, $8, $7, $6, $5, $4, $3, $2, $1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Done. Again, using a dirty plate, eating a steak. We're testing fate. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but this is all rhyme. That makes me a mastermind, not a Mr. Mind, of the jet and one of cat and toe. And there you go. So, before we start, I just want to say bon appetit. Bon appetit. Course. Boom. Look at this. Look at the cook on this steak. Now we're gonna test the double vision. I'm gonna test my new phone camera. I'm sorry, night sight. I know. As I say in French, bon appetit. So, tomorrow, Canada Day. Of course, you guys know that I'm French Canadian, so Canada Day isn't the most important to me, right? And if it was last year, I would have talked about the show that I love, about shows like Kenny vs. Penny, Trailer Park Boys, right? You know what? I feel like it would be better if I ate inside. Yeah. Why? Just because it's dark. You don't need to see me a lot, but it's not done on purpose. I have poor vision. People gonna be saying like, dude, out of this video, there's not a good lighting. Duh, we're outside, bro. But hey, today's not one of those days. I'm also getting some time before I eat this steak because I need to mentally prep. Boom, baby. There you go. And I'm seeing double vision. Da, 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 da. Hey. La 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 la. Cause I'm a double ooh. They're not happy that we're doing this. Who's they? I don't know. You tell me. They them. I walk the lonely road, the only one I have ever known. Weather is warm. I have a new fan that I should try, but fuck it. Okay, ink. Third of the day, had a day. We're eating a steak. And what a perfect intro for a video. Then reminding us or remembering the time where Kenny, from Kenny vs. Penny, ate a steak. Because the next day he was gonna be doing some cow riding. Yeah. So because he said that the meat that was inside, look at the cook. This is possibly the best cook I've ever had on a steak. It's perfect. There you go. Good, but I could have went harder on that seasoning. I mean, seasoning is hard because you don't want to put too much where take the product anymore. Fuck a fork. Fuck a knife. I gotta cook. He said that because he was eating a cow, he was gonna have. A superior mindset. That's really good. Again, because that was a touch more seasoning. Let's go back to the horses. On a cow. So, with that being said, kind of thing with the content for a while is you don't remember your videos. I don't remember most of my videos. I don't remember, right? If I ever get famous or popular, the first thing I'm gonna do is get clippers. I'm straight up fat. No, straight up fat. I'm sorry. I've had a day. Great subject. I will say. Today, we're just enjoying steaks. And the cook on it is perfect. I'm gonna do my own horn, but look at this. Look at this. It's perfect. So, one of the things that I remember doing is last year. I'm talking about my Canadian influence. The fact that I was Canadian, French Canadian. Mrs. Kenny versus Penny. And Trailer Park Boys. I possibly made an hour video where I don't know what I said because over 5 minutes in, I think the subject is covered, right? However, Past Inc. wrote a note to present Inc. to ensure that future Inc. have a chance in the oversaturated world of content. How nice. Thank you so much, Past Inc. You're welcome, Present Inc. Good luck, Future Inc. A true Christmas Carol, if you will. Which is also the subject of Kenny and Spenny. Steak. See here, completely uncooked. I don't know why. No worry, baby. You cooked in my tummy. So this morning I wake up with a hard on, a urge to piss, and an alert. And the alert is what? Full day. Trailer Park Boys. I'm like, holy shit. That's such a great idea. First of all, I'm a huge fan. Second of all, who doesn't like Trailer Park Boys? And you know what's crazy? Last week, I had a little bit of an obsession with Trailer Park Boys. So, it's complex, right? First of all, watch Trailer Park Boys. One of the two Canadian shows that I watched the most was this French Canadian. Alright? I did watch a lot of This Hours at 22 minutes. But I watched it for Ricky LaFleur, girlfriend. More than the actual show. She's hot. Susan is insane. But, what a shame, what a shame, what a shame. All of this waste. So why are we not watching Kenny vs. Penny? Because you see, Kenny vs. Penny, first of all, it's a great show, but there's so much less content than Trailer Park Boys. Like I started saying yesterday, I had last week. I was the 27 or 26. I had a little bit of a Trailer Park Boys obsession. Or was it? Well, there's this guy, which is called Cereals. I'm trying to show you the video when I'm done with this, and I got my hand clean. That did a insanely good videos on Trailer Park Boys. What did he do? He took season 11, every episode, and did a series. Look at this. You read the show like if it was written in a adventure book. And it was great. So I went over to check the Trailer Park Boy podcast. I'm gonna suck Trailer Park Boy dick a little bit because such a great show, Bob Andy. Rest in peace, Meredith. Rest in peace, John Dunsworth. Rest in peace, Philadelphia Collins. Rest in peace, Mike Smith career. If guilty. If not, it's just a prank, bro. Best damn steak I had. In a long time. It's so fantastic. I did forget this on the balcony today. So we might be sick. Well, I don't think so. I think we did the perfect job of cooking. This is the most delicious steak I cooked. It was perfect. Down to minute details. So I'm gonna wash my hand. I'm gonna get a glass of water. Because it's hot in here. Yes, it's getting hot in here to take off all your clothes. Okay, I'm sorry guys. Now that we're finished eating, I can finally focus on the video itself. Right? So I can do a good job at talking about it. Nice. I cleaned those bones, bro. Because usually what I do is I undercook them. Because I like my steak rare. Not medium rare, but rare. And most of the time it's stuck to the bone in the form of nerves and tendon and shit like that, you know? Went a bit too soft with the spices. Season, but the best was good. Perfect. Okay, good. So, I'm not gonna restart. We're gonna step back a little bit, right? The reason why we're taking Trailer Park Boys is, in my opinion, it is a better show. Now, this is where I'm gets to hate, and I know this is Canada Day, and I know Trailer Park Boys isn't Canada Day itself, but you're gonna see a very simplified video of a version of the one we did last year. Okay. So without further ado, it's gonna be a long video. Grab a seat, grab a drink, grab a beer, grab a joint, and let's have some fun. Okay? Sounds good. So, like I said, do I think that Trailer Park Boys... So, okay, I'm sorry. Like I said, do I think that Trailer Park Boys is a better show than Kenny vs. Penny? Yes, but only in one regard. I think Kenny vs. Penny is a better show if you ask yourself the question minute per minute. So how does that work? That's super easy, right? You take 6 seasons, right? You take 88 episodes, because there's 88 episodes of Kenny vs. Penny. You do 88 times 21, right? Which is... $88 divided by 3, which gives you around 29.3, right? 29.5. You got 29 hours of Trailer Park Boy of Kenny vs. Penny, and you got Trailer Park Boys. I'm gonna be completely honest. There's an impossible amount of time. Oh, the phone is too hot, right? The phone is too hot, which happens. It happens. Okay, it happens. Don't worry about it. Which is, again, this is I got ADHD, so that's why it's hard. That's why it's hard to follow. Okay, so yeah, so forgive me, and I hope you do. I was like, what is this? This is croissant. So you take 29 hours. Trailer Park Boy is a better show all overall. Why is this cold? Why is this warm? Okay, I understand. Okay. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Good. Perfect. So now what we're doing is we're on a ice pack. So this is gonna be a multiple part videos, of course, because there's like 4 freaking parts of this. This is my only video today. Mine is the intro, mine is a movie review, and that's it. Right? So yeah, so today I want to do a sort of a video. So again, this has nothing to do with what I'm saying, but it does, right? So today I was struggling. Today I was struggling when I started the video with, okay, so what do you want to do today? You want to talk about the Canada Day, right? You want to talk about that. Okay. So then I was like, okay, well, tomorrow's Canada Day. So let's talk about it too much, then today doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter because we talked about it so much, right? And like, okay, yeah, that's also true. That is also true. But at the same time, guess what? I can do a 2-day special, right? On Canada Day. And this is a good way to celebrate Canada Day. Am I Canadian? I'm French Canadian. I feel French. When you ask me, I'm Québécois. I'm not Canadian, I'm Québécois. I know this is something not to say on Canada Day, but I don't give a fuck, okay? I'm French Canadian, okay? I'm not Canadian, I'm French Canadian. The French part is the most important part. I am the guy that's gonna say, yes, oui, tabarnak, okay? Don't get me wrong. And the poutine is Québécois. It's not Canadian, it's Québécois. Put some respect, okay? Cool. But then, I'm proud of it in Canada. I think it's a beautiful country. I think it's one of the best countries in the world. I'm not even blowing smoke up anybody's ass. I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure. That's very, very convincing, bro. Very convincing. We had La Saint-Jean last week. La Saint-Jean is Quebec national holiday. and I felt bad about not celebrating it more than I did. Yeah, I really did. Because that's my culture, that's my roots, that's where I live, Quebec. Canada comes in, and I have to celebrate it. Please just value. I'm thankful to be born Canadian. I'm not saying that other country won't be as good, if not better. I'm saying I was Canadian. I was from French Canada, but I was still in the territory of Canada. And I'm grateful for that. So I want to celebrate it, right? And this is what we're talking about Chicago Park Boys. This is what we're talking about Kenny versus Penny. Why? This is the big moments. This is the big reveal, right? In my family, we don't celebrate Canada Day, which my mom does. My father doesn't. My father raised me more than my mom, so my father's French, not French from Paris, but French from Canada, French from Quebec, and growing up, I didn't celebrate Canada Day, which is not true. I mean, the city celebrated it, but we didn't at home, so technically celebrated it, but we didn't really celebrate it, right? It's like if your town is hosting a Hanukkah fest. Like, well, I'm not Jewish, but I went to the Hanukkah fest. I'm Christian, or I never know if I'm a Catholic or a Christian, because they're pretty similar, and I don't know. And my father says, "How do you don't know that? Aren't you ashamed?" And I'm like, "Okay, sorry, but I still don't have an answer, right?" So yeah, and it's tough. It's tough. It's tough because, again, this is part of the identity, right? Your cultural identity, your religious identity, right? So let's go back to what I'm saying. Why Trailer Park Boys? I think this is a long story, and you're gonna understand. You're gonna understand everything I mean by that. This is the exact same video as last year, reformulated and simplified, which is not true because it's more complex, but this makes more sense. Okay, more mature. See the difference, right? So, like I was saying, when I was young, my parents got separated very young. When I was very young, and I had a English stepdad. He spoke French, but he preferred speaking English. And at home, it was an English household, So I grew up with Showcase. I tried my brother. That was a show that I love. Well, the first show that was swearing. It was incredible. I learned English at 17 years old. I started watching Trailer Park Boys. I was 9. I know they were swearing. I know it's funny. I know Bubble looked funny. I know Ricky was a dummy. Not even understanding. Like, I'm kind of figuring it out, right? And Julian, who's Julian? Sexian, maybe. Oh, and I love Bob Andy. Felt relating to him. Yeah. And again, back in 2000, who did a gay couple? Not a lot of people. Trailer Park Boy did. You had Donnie, who was. I don't know if I don't know if it's more transsexual or cross-dressing. I don't know how it is, but they were very allied. So I was like, you know what to say. It's good to have this identity. It's good to be relating to Trailer Park Boys because they're open-minded and they're inclusive of everyone, right? That's more than. And I actually thought that was kind of cool. I've been as a kid, I was like, this is kind of cool. Didn't really understand it, but I thought it was pretty cool. And the worst thing is, like, I would go home. This is a true story. I would see my mom twice a month for 4 days, which is, yeah. Because I used to go there on Friday evening, but I come back on Sunday evening. So it's 2 days exactly, kind of, right? A couple hours here and there, right? And I used to come back from school. So I was there at 4 o'clock. And I would go home, I would take a shower. It was 6 o'clock. I was watching Trailer Park Boys on Showcase from 6 to 7, right? 6, 7? I'm not even joking. It is 6, 7, right? And that was my childhood. And then the place, Kenny vs. Penny, going to talk about Kenny vs. Penny. Again, I want you guys to understand. There's a peculiar reason for that. And the peculiar reason is very important to the rest of the story. Right? Right. Perfect. Cool. Okay. Kenny vs. Penny came in. The show that was showing when I first saw it was First One to Get a Stain Loses. I did not like the show. I did not watch the show. Okay? So fast forward about I want to say, okay, I want to say I was 18 years old. I think 9 years maybe, right? My father kicks me out. I go to my mom's house. I really evolved, right? I'm not a kid anymore. So what I do is I completely changed, bro. I wasn't working, right? When I was going to go to the daycare or the summer camp, which was the same for my parents, right? For my mom. I swear to God, you know what I would used to do? My mom would leave me snacks. I would take all of the snacks, go downstairs because it was cooler during the summer. Those are the best days of my life, bro. We were listening to freaking CW the whole day, watching Jerry Springer, Maury. It was Divorce Court, which was fantastic, and I was playing Pokemon. Yeah, I think back then I was playing Pokemon Platinum, if I'm not wrong. I think it was Platinum. I'm pretty sure it was Platinum. Might have been White and I remember it was on DS, right? So it was Straptor. Yeah. Straptor. I remember that. Straptor. Okay. Okay. Raptor. What is it? Is it a Gen 4? Okay. That's Platinum. If I remember having a Straptor, evolving him from a Pidove and thinking that this Pokemon was the shizzle. Back then I didn't have access to internet. I didn't actually look what Pokemon was kind of cool, kind of strong. I was surprised. And I was rocking with my Torterra. Represent, of course. So long story short, I remember at that time, Juniper Boys left Showcase. That was the first time. Again, there's a specific reason. This kind of day. Don't forget, please. I'm just gonna stop the video here. This is not cold. What the okay, never mind. It is. On the wrong side. Okay. 36 minutes back, guys. 36 minutes. 36 minutes. How's that possible? So we recorded 24 gigs of content. Give me a sec. Okay. This is yesterday. I think you. Siri. 32, 43, 32. 32, 43, 32. Okay. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 21 gig. And we're back. There you go. Sorry guys, I didn't have enough storage, but that's okay. Made it hella storage. And then, shit, I forgot my, oh no, never mind. It's okay. I got this strapped. And none of them average. Pedicure toes. You know what's insane? I'm gonna tell you guys another secret. That's not nothing to do with Canada Day. This one. At that time, I would be listening to a dude on social media on TikTok live, and the only reason I'm not listening to it today is because I feel like the content diminish. I don't think he's making good content anymore, or I don't know, that's good content, which means that we can focus on making more content. So it took the fall of one guy that I was listening to be able to produce. Crazy, isn't it? Right? So yeah, so Trigger Pair Boys leave Showcase. Why? Super simple. Showcase had 6 seasons. They had the 6th season, which has 6 episodes, which is how much? It's 26 episode, and they had like a 9-year run on. They had like a 9-year run on them. So what they did, which was fantastic, was 24 hours per day Trailer Park Boys on a Friday, on a Saturday, and a Sunday. Which included, so going down to the bad guys, it included the Big Dirty. Now I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know if they include Count Out to Liquor Day. I don't know if that was included. Right? This happened. Moving on 9 years, like I said before, I was 18. I'm now at my father's house. So my father kicked me out, my mom kicked me out, my father kicked me back in. My father went, you can see here, I was very blessed in life, right? My mom was very enabling. I'm not saying this to put her down, in a good way, right? If I wanted something, I had something. My father was very strict, so my mom was balancing it out, right? And yeah, so with that being said, he had a lot of weight. My situation at home wasn't perfect because there's a lot of fighting. I decided to avoid the fighting, fight or flight, sit in my room, right? I had a lot of weight. I followed the course in bakery. This has to do with Canadian, trust me. I followed the course in bakery. There's one friend of my class, she said, hey, I'm going to have this bakery open. When I open, you work for me. I said, okay, no problem. When is it open? 6 months. She said, okay, well, I got 6 months where I got nothing to do. So I stay in my room the whole day. I swear to God, I got 3 things that work for me. A phone, which back then is I don't remember the phone. I don't remember what it was. Sorry, phone, but it was a cheap phone. But it was good because I had emulator on it, which was fantastic. I had Wi-Fi. So what we did was we watched shows every single day. And on YouTube, so I had my 25 pounds, which we still have, and a resistance band which broke. It broke and it hit me in the eye, for sure. Never again. So yeah, so I spent the whole day playing emulators. Castlevania Area of Sorrow, if I remember correctly, and Final Fantasy 5 or 4, I don't remember. I didn't like the 6th, and I didn't like the 1st and 2nd. My bad. And I'm watching shows, and I realize Trailer Park Boys is on it. And at that time, the boys had moved on. They were doing Drunken on Drugs, right? It was all on YouTube for free. So, of course, I watched it once. I watched it twice. The reality is what? The reality is I watched it once, finished it, and I was like, there's nothing else to watch. I'm going to watch it again. I finished. But then YouTube algorithm says this guy likes show from Showcase. What does it show me? Candy vs. Penny. I discovered Candy vs. Penny. I'm like, oh, I like this show. I'm gonna give it a chance. The first episode we watched is what? I think it was. What was it? I think it was first one to be mean loses. I don't remember which one it was. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I watched an episode. I'm like, holy shit, this is good. I watched the whole show in a matter of a week. This one is 88 episode. Instead of 36 in a couple movies, right? And then what happened, which is magical, is I watched them in order that I want. So there's the whole season. So look at the title. This one is interesting. This one is not interesting. I finished the series with 3 episodes. I finished the episode with Who is the Better Chef, and I finished which I thought was fantastic. Who can catch a bigger fish? Which I thought was fantastic. And who can win a debate with a chicken coop on their head, which was fucking incredible. The whole bit with Kenny, which has the chick in his cage, pretend like his eyes are ripped off, is absolute genius. And again, who would do that on TV? Who would smoke more weed when weed was illegal? Who would slip his friend LSD on? It was insane. But the spirit of showcase really affected me. I was watching it. On YouTube, I was watching it. And then that's the story. But it doesn't end here. Okay? At 20 years old, after the bakery didn't work, because she wanted me to fix the bakery, so she bought a bakery that was non-functioning. She wanted me to help her not rebuild it, but renovate it. I don't know how to renovate. Oh, but you're a man. What? So yes, that was another story. But long story short, I'm back in Montreal. I'm in my own apartment. And the time is long. There's no Wi-Fi. There's nothing to do. So what I do, I go on the Wi-Fi at the bar near my house. Guess what I find out? Trailer Park Boys is on YouTube. I download it. You know what I remember? I remember downloading Close to the Heart, which is season 3, episode 5, like Sliceson. And it was too cold that day. It was too cold. My phone was malfunctioning. It was like, dude, this is too cold. And I only had the time to download one episode. I watched Close to the Heart 4 times in that day. And it was phenomenal. More than that. I buy an iPod Touch. I have a gift card, right? $50. What did I buy? It's a true story too. An iPod Touch. True story. I buy 2 movies. The first one is... Oh, no, I love my iPod Touch. My iPod Touch, I loved it. It was so nice. It was such a good phone. It was just great for the time. In 2013, are you kidding me? It was perfect, dude. It was perfect. 2013, I don't remember to be exact, right? I think it was 12, but it might have been 13. I buy Final Fantasy Spirit Remains, something like that. And I buy Trailer Park Boy Count Out to Liquor Day. The same night, I buy Trailer Park Boys, the Count Out to Liquor Day, I listen to it. I'm like, I just spent $10 to buy a movie I'm going to be watching once. True story. In the apartment, once again, I download the Art, which is, in my opinion, one of the better episodes of the first generation, right? So, I go in, the next day I download the other episode, I have this, I have Kenny vs. Penny. I want you guys to understand something. I would watch Kenny vs. Penny the whole day, Trailer Park Boys on another day, Kenny vs. Penny on another day, Trailer Park Boys. I did that for like honestly, a month and a half maybe. It was insane. But then I got tired of the show because it was always the same thing. Then something magical happened. Something truly magical happened. Something incredible happened. Insane, never to be seen. It was back in like 2014, 2015. Wi-Fi wasn't that great back then. Not Wi-Fi, my apologies. Mobile data. I'm bored at home. I decided to use my mobile data. I found on YouTube 2 movies. Which is what? And this is, again, I swear to God, it's a true story. Countdown to Liquor Day. No, it was Don't Legalize It. Yeah, it was Don't Legalize It. Yeah. Another movie was The Interview with Seth Rogen and James Franco, which was banned from the theater. So this was my first, like, not necessarily like illegal movie, but it was the baddest movie that I've seen. And I watched Count to Liquor Day, and I'm like, this shit is phenomenal. So then I'm hooked back on Trailer Park Boys because, again, there was no content for so long. I saw it all for so long. I started researching The Boys, Rob Wells, Jean-Paul Tremblay, and Mike Smith, which is respectively Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles, by Trailer Park Boys again. And the boys were in it. Now this was insane. At that time, I am 22. I'm working for a company called Quebec, which is a company that's very warehousey, but I have headset in, so we're good. I want you guys to understand something. And again, you don't have to trust me. You don't have to believe me. Okay? I get injured. It's not a broken leg. It's what should we call it? Antars. I don't know what you call it in English. Antars. Sprained muscle, I guess. Sprained muscle. Yeah, sprained muscle. Fucking feeling for something to eat. Oh no. I have a bug. That's what I'm looking. Okay, it's just a what should we call it? A moth. It's okay. Of course I don't want it, but fuck, I'm not gonna kill it. I don't kill bugs. I don't kill animal. Personal belief, which is not religious, just personal belief. So yeah, so another long story. You know, I have to clean the apartment tonight. I decide to do it today. Fuck it. I got time. I got nothing on my mind. We're good to go, bro. 11, good. Good. We're possibly going to transfer this to this. Yeah, probably going to be transferring this to this as a way to make more space, more storage. So, what was I talking about? Yeah, I get a sprain ankle. I cannot walk. I go to the McDonald's, and I spend so much time. I discovered two things, and this is a true story. Discovered that I'm super fat, and discovered that I want to lose weight. So go on YouTube, where I discovered two more things, which is Rich Piana, which is Bigger Better Day. Yeah, it was amazing. This changed my life. Bigger Better Day changed my life. Why? I was really interested in losing. Well, it's okay. So my mom was very enabling. I was obese when I was younger. I discovered a gym. I was in love with the gym. I wanted to be a bodybuilder, which lasted like a year. Bigger by the Day was the best freaking source of content that was on YouTube, in my opinion. Why? Because it was a dude that made it. It was a dude that was successful. It was a dude that was swearing. It was a dude that was a business owner. It was a dude that didn't not mind not making money on YouTube because of the swear he used, because he was promoting his product. So to me, it was fucking insane. And I loved Rich. I loved him. It was amazing. He was a mentor to me. And I discover, and this again, it's a true story. I discovered Trailer Park Boys. Now, I was super lucky. Not Trailer Park Boys. Trailer Park Boys podcast. I was super fucking lucky. Why? I discovered that there was only 3 episodes out. So I want to say it's in August 2018. I think it is. And I'm in love. I am in love. Trailer Park Boy podcast was the first podcast I've ever listened to. Trailer Park Boy podcast, lip sync. And we're going to go with season 1. Trailer Park Boy Plus. I don't want a Trailer Park Boy Plus, bro. I'm on Trailer Park Boys. Trailer Park Boys podcast. Good. And I want to do episode. I want to do art. I want to do episode 101. Ricky's Kitchen. Ricky. Kitchen. Okay. You know what? Fuck it.
Hi there. How can I help you today? Chilled Cow, now known as Lo-Fi Girl, was created as a YouTube channel on March 18, 2015, and began its famous 24/7 lo-fi hip-hop music live streams on February 25, 2017. While it operates primarily as a music channel and record label rather than a traditional podcast, its continuous streams function much like a Fire away. The Trailer Park Boys podcast, now known as Trailer Park Boys Presents Park After Dark, premiered on August 5th, 2015. You're very welcome. Have a great day, too.
I know it's AI, but fuck it. You gotta be respectful. Yeah? So yeah, I went to the apartment. It was October 2012. This was like 2 years in. I was working at Quebec. I discovered a show. There was 3 episodes. There was Welcome to Ricky's Kitchen. There was Hungry Birds, and there was I don't know. I don't remember the last episode, the third episode name, but it's something Ulu Chicken, something like that, right? And I fucking love the show. I love it so much instead that I decided to download it. I listen to it on a daily basis. My father gets a better phone because my father was cheap. He had a small phone and then he had to buy iPhone. He's like, hey, Steph, which is my real name, you should get an iPod. I'm like, why? Because you're going to be able to get FaceTime. And I'm like, I need the Wi-Fi for that. And I know, but I don't say no because I'm a good guy. My father doesn't ask for a lot in life. I'm going to make him happy. You want me to do that? I'm going to do this. Now, here's the thing. I didn't have a computer. I didn't have iTunes. I didn't want to buy music because I was broke. At the time, I've lost my job. Trailer Park Boy was possibly my first podcast, but iTunes had a great selection of podcasts. Let's listen to... There was 5 that I remember that I was listening to a lot. It was the Trailer Park Boy podcast first, of course. Le Stream avec Yann Terriot, which is a French show. Bald Move, which was Walking Dead. Come on, you know better than that. I don't get it with Ashley Giaconetti. There was another one. I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue too. Oh, Suzikut. Yes, Suzikut. Well away. Suzikut. Yeah. Which was fucking fantastic. Which was like a comedian show. And Trailer Park Boys, it was so good. And I had this rule. You guys don't understand this iPod or this iPhone that I bought at 32 gigs of storage. It was like $100. It was shit. It was complete bullshit. But I still had Trailer Park Boys. And at the end, I started deleting show because there's getting a lot of storage. I was deleting shows. This is to show you how crazy it was. I was watching Trailer Park Boys every week for the new episode until Tan Flute, which I think is episode 100. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Trailer Park Boy Tan Flute podcasts. Flute Tanners, episode 105, August 7, 2017. For 2 years, every single freaking week, I was waiting for the show. Back then, I didn't have Wi-Fi. I was using my phone Wi-Fi to do it, and it was just beautiful. Back then, I was so broke. It was so bad. This is a true story too. I used to use the phone Wi-Fi to go on Literotica, which is a porn website with the right story. Why? Because it doesn't take that much Wi-Fi. Oh, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. Those were the days, guys. Those were the freaking days. This was amazing. But let's continue. So the show itself was insane. And it was, every single week every single day I was able to watch 3 episodes. These guys have been making the podcast for 7 years. The podcast is better than the rest. I have to say, the podcast is a lot better. It's one of my favorite things. I love it the most. It's amazing. I just like it, you know? And yeah. And to me, it's something that's fucking nice. And I gotta say, the show was great, but this was better. The show for Showcase also was super important. Super, super important. I'm not even finished. I'm only starting. So the podcast itself was great. And I used to listen to it when I was playing Borderlands, Final Fantasy 15. I remember. It was just great, right? But where the show really took its spot was during the pandemic. So we're moving on another 6 years, or 3 years instead. I haven't listened to Trailer Park Boys in a while. I had access to the 7th and 8th season that I downloaded off YouTube, but not the rest. Didn't see 9, 10, 11. I didn't see them. Pandemic happened. I'm bored out of my mind. I get Wi-Fi installed in the house. I take the Wi-Fi and I watch a show. The first show that I watched on Netflix is Shameless. The first show that I watched as I have the Wi-Fi. What I used to do is I used to download the shows. So I downloaded Shameless and The Office. The first show that I watched during the Wi-Fi is episode season 8, 9, 10, 11. I watched the special, which is Berlin, which is Austin, which is Europe. Yeah. And then years later, on YouTube, which is very recently, I think it was last year, the release on Netflix, Trailer Park Boys Jail, which was good. It was also good. Not great, but not bad. Trailer Park Boy Jail and Trailer Park Boys. Yeah, that was pretty much it. To be honest, and back in the days, what was also insane is they used to put on YouTube, they used to put their podcast every single week. So what you would do is you would have the primary with the Trailer Park Boys membership, which was $4.20 a month. $4.20, cool. And then you would have the membership, right? And what was really cool with that was that you would have also, you waited a year and you would have them on YouTube. That was fantastic. But all of this to say, Trailer Park Boys has been in my life for years. From 9 years old to right now. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with the last time that I watched Trailer Park Boys. It was a while ago. I would say it was last year. Yeah. I would say it was last year. And I watched the whole thing. Even watched the cartoon version of it, which was cool. I didn't like the cat version of it. Not my thing, right? I used to work out to Rich Piana, and I would do feeder workout, which is 3 minutes each of just complete exercise, right? And I would listen to Bubble, Liquors and Whores, teaching guitar with Bubbles. That was the great thing with Fernet. It was everything and anything. Guitar lesson, cooking lesson with Bobandy. It was fantastic. So why am I talking about Trailer Park Boys during the day? Because Trailer Park Boys, and this took a long time, but we finally got there. Trailer Park Boys, right, had something called Canada Day Special. The Canada Day Special, which was very special, was my very first celebration of Canada Day. It wasn't through my city. It wasn't through my culture. It was through a show. And that was Trailer Park Boys. So I wrote a note, which is, again, insane. Tomorrow, the whole day, we're playing Trailer Park Boys. What that means two things. We're gonna be playing. We're gonna be listening to Trailer Park Boys in the background. You're not gonna be seeing it because I don't want to get copyrighted. But I'm gonna be playing the whole thing on everything. I'm gonna be playing a game called Trailer Park Boy Greasy Money. Now, ultimately speaking, I already have a game. I already have a playthrough. I used to play this game a lot. This is a game that I really enjoyed, and that's it. But when I'm saying that, to me, being Canadian is this. When I say being Canadian is those two shows, Trailer Park Boys and Kenny vs. Penny, it is true. It is still the case. It always was the case. It will always be the case. Why? Because it's just show that I grew up with. It's just show that I loved. It's just show that made me feel Canadian. Not because we're Canadian, but because they were the only thing that I cared about. You have to understand. I was raised in English. And I was raised in French, sorry. When I learned English, I had access to American shows. I had access to South Park. I had access to freaking South Park, to American Dad, to Family Guy, to Big Brother. Big Brother was a huge part of my life. Trailer Park Boys was not part of my life. Skinny Spinning wasn't part of my life. I made it part of my life. And it was, for the longest time, the only Canadian content I would listen to. It wasn't it was Big Brother Canada, of course, but complete Canadian show was Trailer Park Boys and Kenny vs. Penny. And to this day, if I had to choose two shows, it would be those two shows. Trailer Park Boys is and will always be the show with the most content out. There's 20 years. The Boys started in 2002. The first season, so it depends. So one last shot was released in 1999. It was a pilot. But it's an official pilot because you got Randy, you got character that doesn't matter. You got the one that shot. You got the Jim Leahy. I don't remember what Jim Leahy is, but he's basically a seller of cars, and he has a drinking problem. Then the true prologue, which is Christmas special. You got season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, season 5, season 6, 10 years, season 7, season 8, season 9, season 10, 11. I think there's 12 seasons. I'm not even sure. Yeah, but the amount of content there is, and I personally have all the content. I got over 40,000 videos on my account, right? Which is insane. Who else does it? Nobody else. Somebody does. Sugar Park Boy does. You know? And the boys have their hot sauce, they have their own chips, they have their own beer, they have their art liquor. They possibly have some paper for weed, I don't know. But they have their end and everything. So that's why tomorrow we're doing a special. We're doing a special, which is celebrating Canada Day with a full day of Sugar Park Boys. Guess what? I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Next year is gonna be the same thing. The year after is gonna be the same thing. 2 or 3 years after is gonna be the same thing. It's always gonna be this. Why? Because I grew up watching this. They did 22 years of career already. They did more than that. Now, of course, there's the allegation of Mike Smith. There's an allegation of the fact that he did some pretty messed up stuff. I feel like it's bad to blame the whole crew for that. You know? And over the years, it was probably pretty unproblematic. Who left the show because of personal drama? Michael Jackson, which was Trevor. Yeah, I was going to call him Corey. No, Corey Boyle is Corey. Michael Jackson is this. There was Lucy that left. But Lucy was kind of controversial because she was accusing Mike Smith of doing something to her. But shortly after, she was accusing Jan something, which was a radio host or a TV host or something. I know he was a host. I was doing the same thing. During the Me Too movement. So it was a bit messed up. And yes, Sugar Park Boys doesn't have, but you know, my favorite podcast is when it's a Christmas special, it's a Halloween special. I'm a French super hot dog, which is probably the best thing they ever did. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this and this. Simple enough, simple. We do need to charge your phone because the phone is low batteries. Low batteries, ho. Low batteries, ho. Low batteries, ho. Low a battery's a ho. Low a battery, ho. Low a battery's whore. What am I just saying? Liquor and a whore. No, my favorite podcast is what? My favorite podcast is episode 6 with Snoop Dogg. Because Bubble is high as fuck. My favorite moment is when they say, you know what? The worst thing. I could possibly find it pretty quickly too. He says, what? He said what? Sigjat Frost nipping at my hose. I love Sugar Park Boys. Guys, tomorrow, fucking the whole day, bro? You kidding me? It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane, dude. This is gonna be insane. Good news, I don't feel sick from the steaks. Bad news, didn't digest it yet, so don't scream victory so soon. Better news, I'm the biggest gangster in the apartment. Bad news, I live alone. You want me to find it? Because to me, this is why. The show, why did I prefer the podcast? Why did I prefer the podcast? A good question. I just think it's kind of chilling with the boys. I just think there was also more content, and it was weekly instead of once a year, you know? Soon, man, the many months come. But at the same time, I didn't like everything. I didn't care about Bubbles and the Shit Rocker. I didn't care about Drinko. I didn't care about the cruise. I fucking loved it. Liquor and dope and mustard and bologna. Liquor and whores. When I went down in the state of Georgia, and I met a girl, she was pretty, and she too. So I like liquor and whores, liquor and whores, cigarettes and mustard and bologna. I said liquor and whores. Trailer Park Boys podcast. When I went down in the state of Georgia, that I met a girl. She was pretty. She was looking whores. When I
Watch the
went
newest
down
and uncensored episodes only on Trailer Park Boys Plus.
plus liquor and whores, cigarettes and dope and mustard and bolognas. Trailer Park Boys podcast, episode 6. Snoop Dogg. There's no, it's not there anymore. Snoop Dogg. It's not there anymore. They took it out. No. They took out the podcast. No. I did not do that. I did not know that. Okay, so we're gonna write Snoop Dogg and Bubble Christmas. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something insane. I'm gonna go on the website. We're gonna go on the website. Yes, even Greasy Money I played a lot. What is it called? 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 Trailer Park Boy Podcast. Trailer Park Boy Podcast. My apologies. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. It's gonna be reverse. No nonsense, Chief Roger. We're gonna do Snoop. I fucking hate the way they did the websites. Okay, good. Episode. Before you could even download the episode, now you can't anymore. You have to go to other ways, which is another website, which is Podcast Bay. Oh, now it's one page. That's actually better. Sure, but I was in quarantine. You see, it's worth it. Hungry Birds, Luli Chicken, or Get Smell of Pickle, Super Cat. I love Super Cat. Cyber spoke with Snoop Dogg. Cyber spoke with Snoop Dogg was insane.
Bubs, he knows the answer.
We just did that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
What is it?
I thought he was going to say no. I'd be sitting. That's Ricky. This is a shithole. Oh man, you should shoot. We should.
Wherever.
I'm gonna find it.
I'm in the zone. That's what I want.
You go, Bubs.
It's going on the internet. The pod.
Oh man, remember?
Oh yeah, no, it's.
Us?
Oh, it's unbelievable.
What is it?
Man, after. I don't know.
Oh man.
Oh, it's like my bird, but.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Roasting on an open mouth.
Right. Look at this. Look at this. That's my boy. He's drunk. He says,
Chestnuts roasting on an open mouth.
Jack Frost
twiddling my hose. See, that should be a Christmas tune, man. That's what people want to listen to at Christmas time.
Jack Frost twiddling my hose.
Oh.
You mean your ladies or your garden hose or your
I mean my hose.
penis?
No, well, I meant my hose, like, my bird, but
Yeah.
I guess it could have been hose, too. Like
Wow.
I'm fucking high.
This is quite
Definitely the most.
this is quite a podcast.
What was the what
This is
did
the
I
highest
give
I've
it?
been on one of these things. That's for sure.
A blampy
I would
lamp.
have smoked the 3 joints before this had I known that you were
Julian
actually gonna
drunk
pull
slash. Guess my
Together.
spot cash.
You're doing fine, Ricky.
It's already happening. Snoop, where are you at right now? Are you at your
And
studio?
now that's the bad part. The bad part is Mike Flip is not there today. You don't know, and poor Ricky, he's looking for love, but he's fucking employment is turning off the lady. Can you have him write a job-winning resume? There's also a mushroom PSA for Kevin and a warning about hitchhiking butthole fish. Plus, let there be light. Julian attempt a life hack experiment. Attempt. Okay, what's the last one? Ricky had enough of fucking Randy at his random end. He's moving out of Sunnyvale, but to where? Didn't gift for Mo arrive in the mail, and there's some inspiring drunk Leahy of the week. Plus, fuck IPOs and pension. Put your cash in cockroaches. What? Wait. Ricky having trouble with the ladies and ask Julian for dating advice. Would a cock of pepperoni or a dead rat help? In happier news, Ricky News Products ID take the greasy out of your French fry supper. Plus, more ahead, the hurting drunk Leahy and dummies of the week. Julian dresses all sexy for summer. But there's... Dude, this is amazing. This is amazing. Anyway, I'm excited for the kind of day. I just... most of it's not even... Well, most of it's about Trailer Park Boys and about Kenny vs. Penny. You see, I always forget to mention Kenny vs. Penny. There's possibly a reason why. The biggest reason I find that I want to talk about like Trailer Park Boys and shit like that is because to me this is the culture. This is the culture like I grew up with, and if I was to share culture, this is what I would share. I wouldn't share Rick Mercer is a good report, but I don't think I would. This is a proud Canadian show, you know. I don't know, but yeah. So tomorrow that's the plan. There's some event tomorrow. We're gonna check it out. I have it there. Vivre à la Chine. La Chine, this is where I live, so this is kind of cool. This is really, really cool. This is really, really cool. This is important to me. But, there you go. Okay, so there's the Canada Day event. What do we have? We don't have enough. Because tomorrow is supposed to, 1st July, from 1 to 7 at La Salle Park. It's going to be hiking, I don't know what you call it, a bouncing castle, makeup, airbrush, and circus activities. 1 to 3, a show, okay, an exploration clownish of circus and on the team of tennis. And from 2 to 6, we got the Van Hornies, where there's disco, jazz, hip-hop, and reggae. There's no event, though. There's no event. Which, what you gonna do, huh? It sucks. It sucks because, you know, I'm telling you, we don't really celebrate their day. Also, with all due respect, I'm gonna get some hate for that, but kind of day was also about, like, the Queen, and I grew up hearing things like, she's not my queen, why do I give a fuck? You know, so, yeah. So what am I supposed to do, you know? It's complex, my friends, complex. Ooh, it's gonna be raining tomorrow. I'll possibly will film some of it. I'm the most interested in the shows, but still. And mustard. And bologna, and a liquor, and ho. Good. What the fuck is she hot? Holy fuck. Looks unreal. I'm watching Snapchats, like reels and shit like that. Like, whoa, that's another freaking demographic. That's another freaking thing, you know. But hey, you like what you like, and what you like, you like. Does that make sense now? So I'm gonna let you guys go. We'll be watching some of the part from tomorrow, but that's what I'm trying to say also. Like, it just happened that tomorrow we're doing a Trip Park Boys Day, which is in an hour and a half, an hour 40. And that's all good and dandy, don't get me wrong. But I'm seeing the programmation, or the program that they're having there, and it's something I'm super interested in, sadly, you know. So what I do, I pretend. I don't know, guys. Don't blink, you should blink. Welcome to the show. Guys are doing well. They're having a wonderful day on this day 271 of Project Vendetta. Today we're having ourselves a little treat. And this little treat is biscuit Danish style cookie. So I am super excited to try these because my mom gave it to me. I never had those. But something that I already know. But she thought about me. She thought about me making content, so I'm super grateful for that. We ate some steak today that she also bought, so I'm super grateful. And look at this, super nice. Look how they wrote it, cookies. Oh, it said the cookies. Okay, it said cookies. So never had. Well, that's the thing. I believe I had them, but I never had them like that, served like that, in a very nice fin. I don't know why we don't do 10 here in Canada. We should. We absolutely should. We absolutely should. Liquor and... Sorry. We just talked about Trailer Park Boy for like an hour. So right now my brain is in Trailer Park Boy mode. So, these bad boys actually a little bit hard to open, huh? They're playing it hard to get. It's okay, it's okay. Don't worry about it. There's always way to do something. There you go. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen. See? Super nice. Hard to open, but good. First thing I'm smelling is coconut. This is unbelievable. Look at the perfect selection that we have. I want to see if there's a couple double. Okay, cool. There's doubles everywhere. Look at these. I don't want them to fall, so I just have to do this, actually. Look at these bad boys. Pretty cool, huh? Thank you. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to taste the pretzel first because it looks the coolest. Pretzel, there's supposed to be a hole here. Let's take one that is more holy. There you go. Perfect. Super nice. Very dry. A very butter cookie. Delicious. Macaron. Also good. I was expecting more of a coconut flavor because they're reproducing a macaron, but it's still pretty good. We got this, which is possibly a churro. What's crazy to me is how similar they are, but complete different. And so far, all of them are super good. Got a normal cookie with powdered sugar on top. Mmm. 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 Let's say we have a circle cookie normal. Mmm. Mmm. So all in all of these are delicious. I mean, what's sort of cool here is it does feel like you do the same base for every single cookie, which make them better. So I do like that. We have my favorite is possibly the macaron. I did really enjoy the coconut taste it. The sugar on top was a nice for crunch. Pretzel, you see, my issue is they're also similar that I don't know which one is which, you know? Is it just a question of shape? Is it just a question of, I don't know. I know they're delicious. I know that I really had a good time. But one of that I don't know. However, if you had the same thing that's good over and over again, is it a bad thing or no? Mmm. It's great. Also, it's so impressive because it's a perfect mixture between there could be more butter in there and there's a good amount of butter. So I'm super excited to do this. And on that note, man, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. That was good. That was really good. Mmm. Wow. Holy. Wow. Mmm. Mmm. Okay, bathroom. Now I'm gonna do is gonna take a break. Then I need to upload a couple videos. That's it. I'm gonna take a 20 minutes break. 20 minutes? You want 30? Okay, no problem. I give you 20. I need to upload. Just to be sure. And we're good. It's gonna be the harm race, bro. I don't like doing a harm race. I don't like doing an arm race. So shitty. Did I ask for Netflix or did I ask for YouTube? Ask for YouTube, bro. You want to make some money. But so. Guys, you're gonna have to forgive me for the you're gonna have to forgive me for the noise. I'm gonna start my day with Terror Boys right away. Okay. Trailer. Okay, trailer. Park Boys. Look, there's a 10-hour video. 10 hours video. Chiller Park Boys from Squareness. I'm gonna do Chiller Park Boys, the Canadian.
Bring the cameras on. We're going. Start? Yes, sir. All right, man. Get over here. The Great Canadian Donair Turkey Day Feast is underway. Yeah. Oh, you got your suit on.
Right. Thanksgiving taco suit.
Yes. Awesome. I see you got the thing here. Nice screaming pops. How many times in the call? Huh? Oh, I'm busy. I've got things to do. Doing the thing. The Great Canadian Donair Turkey Day Feast.
Yeah, you fucking dick. What? Yes, it's the
Great
thing.
Canadian Donair Turkey Day Feast is underway. Come on. It's the marathon. We're watching all that. For what? Just sit down. You gotta sit and drink all day. Oh, big fucking deal.
That's fucking delicious food. Oh, it's gonna be so shitty.
Oh, we even got one of these, you know, the Thanksgiving thing.
Yeah, I made it. Coca-Cornia.
The horn.
Just like the fucking song, man. The Coca-Cornia. We got coconuts, carrots, chocolate bars, and love. At the Coca-Cornia.
Woo!
All right.
This is a cornucopia. Yes. What's up with the fucking coconut?
What's a Thanksgiving thing?
Chocolate bars? That's what comes out of the beer, boys. You guys, you didn't get me any gifts, did you?
I got you gifts. They're in the fucking fridge.
Last year we said we were going to do Thanksgiving gifts, so I got you guys.
I did not say that, Bubs.
Well, here's your Thanksgiving gifts.
Don't give Thanksgiving gifts, man.
I do. Here, Ricky.
Oh, that's heavy. That's got some weight to it.
Cyber LED glasses? Yes. Put them on, Julie.
Would you go waste your money on this shit?
No, put them on. You're going to love them.
Put them on.
And the switch is on.
Oh, I know what this is.
Turn them on, Julie.
This is one of those electric.
You don't know. You can analyze things. Like, analyze what? Like scientific documents. It brings out
Turn it on. This is,
It's a skate, Ricky. It's a Laker skate boot.
okay. You couldn't wear that, though.
No, it's a cap. Look.
got me a pair of those. Those are awesome.
You know what? Happy Thanksgiving, bud. Yours. Buzz?
What?
Instead of giving it, you were gifted them all. I got you something. Take it. It's chocolate bars. I'll give you 3 of my 5. Where did you get those at? I just got them.
What can these do? I can see shit that I normally
If you
can't
look
see.
at secret documents, it reveals hidden messages. That's what it says. I've not been able to make it work.
Oh yeah.
And there you go. We're done. We're done with the video. It took us like 2 hours and 16. And we take a break. I only have one video to do left, which is Cyberpunk Edge Runner, the new season trailer review. We're starting our day with Trailer Park Boys. Yes, sir. We have our cookies for the night. And we have all the playthroughs. I'm also going to be playing Greasy Money. This is dirty. I'm going to get Greasy Money. I'm going to try Dungeon Sister. Gonna have some fun. Sorry, guys.
Another man's garbage is another man's not so fucking garbage, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Are you sure that's safe? Buzz, did you check the electrical note?
It's safe if you don't touch it.
There is frayed wires. Definitely don't touch where it's connected.
Yeah, you touch it.
I wouldn't even touch that. You get a little shot. Plastic and
Oh.
shit. Dragons on your fucking car or something. You got 2 of them.
Sorry, I made a goddamn effort for Thanksgiving donair turkey.
I just don't want you to burn your fucking trailer down again. No, I'll probably disconnect this after the show. Think? Because it was sparking when I first turned it off. Is that a live wire hanging down? No, that's a ground. That's the ground wire, but it doesn't work. Not even a fucking wire, Buzz. Oh, that. Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you right now, be careful over there. That's a bit of a low-hanging fruit. Smashed my head off a couple times already.
Low-hanging fruit. Is that what you used to call your balls? When you were jiggling them.
When you were jiggling him. When you were jiggling him. Love you, Bubs.
Check out this.
I'm ashamed of what you did, bro, but I still love you, my guy. There's 9 hours of this shit, bro. Oh, okay. Sure. Oh, okay. Pressed it. Oh. Doesn't work. Oh my god, it's a hot in the apartment. I'm gonna have to run down the freaking AC, man. Of course. Are you? Fuck off. Hey, Randy. Fuck off. Hey. Jacob. Knox. Who's there, Ricky? Fuck off. Fuck off. I got work to do. Your grandpappy. It's raining horses' cocks. I know that word. Cheers, bud. Very thoughtful, Ricky. Very thoughtful. It's possibly drunk, Ricky. Makes sense.
What year did Ray say that? Oh, fuck, Ray said.
Have to be at least 100 years ago, for sure.
Well, Halloween's been around longer than that, I believe.
Okay, that was more than that. Why are you asking questions if you already know the fucking answers?
Well, what are we doing right now? Introducing our guest? No, but first you're gonna do your little cookie shit show. All right, today we're gonna have Randy's Kitchen. It's gonna be the best cheeseburger
Oh, cheeseburger calzone. Who's this? This is Bobani and Leahy. Look on there, Leahy, yo. And Randy.
He was going over to Ricky's set earlier. This is extra room. It's Ricky's set. And you guess what? You're sexy. We're gonna cook Mr. Lane.
Randy.
Randy.
There.
I can see the whole space infinity in your eyes.
How drunk are you?
I hope.
We had a couple of drinks, Blue.
Oh, I forgot my drink. I better get the fuck.
I only had a couple drinky poo, Randy. Woohoo. What the frig? So of course we're gonna be starting with Greasy Money, bro. Of course. Big bunch of cocks.
We're just gonna finish up the show on a nice little carpet. Randy, come on back up here, bud. I'm not coming back, Mr. Lee. You gotta fucking come back here. We gotta see the show. Okay, go fuck yourself. Okay, bring the
Go fuck yourself, Randy.
We got a special gift.
Fuck you, Leahy.
Let's bring the show.
Friggin' Dallin.
With a bit right there. So come on, bring it. Where's the special guest?
Jesus fucking Christ, Phil. Is cheeseburger what's on your goddamn mind?
Well, as you say, you want to see him. The longest, but then
Fuck you, Leahy.
why don't we just finish off the show very nicely with a little bit to our sponsor? And Randy, you fucking
Out.
no one's gonna fucking look in the next one. Doesn't know. I know what I can do. I have a trick. Magic trick. See this? I can make this go all the way through my body. Oh, just a little bit. All the way through my body, in this hand, and then back again. Watch this. Ta-da! Now back again. And special show. Get fucking. Tune in next week so your Brandy can get his shit together. Until then.
Fuck you, Randy.
Yeah, fucked up. I'm sorry. Fucked up.
Sorry, I'm fucked up. It's very impressive, Mr. Leahy. Mr. Leahy, is this you or the Randy? Is it you or the liquor talking? Annie, I am the liquor. That's good shit. That's good shit. To the Jim Leahy. Great episode. As always. You tell him, Ricky. Fuck you, Cyrus. Cute dickweed. Two, 4, 6, 8, 7 actually. Safety always off. That's tough, Cyrus.